Awesome. Welcome. So this is the info session for our India trip from October 31st to November 11th, 2026. And we will dive right in with a little introduction. We picked to go to India in the fall specifically because it gives us the chance to celebrate Diwali, which is one of the most important Indian celebrations and holidays each year. I like to think of it kind of like Indian Thanksgiving, where everyone comes home, they spend time with their family, and then it's like Thanksgiving and New Year's in one. Diwali is followed, the day of Diwali is followed by the day of the Hindu New Year, which is on a lunar calendar. And so it is a very exciting time, lots of family time, but also a lot of celebration, fireworks, and traditionally it's seen as a time where you light a lot of candles. So we'll have the opportunity to explore all of the history and the nature of India, as well as some of the cultural celebrations around Diwali. And we will be flying into Delhi and flying out of Mumbai or Bombay. So your arrival and departure airports are different. There is going to be an internal flight that is included, which will be from Jaipur to Bombay, but your international flights do just need to be coordinated to arrive to Delhi and depart from Mumbai or Bombay airport. Then, looking at the itinerary day by day, you'll have arrivals to New Delhi, hotel check-in, and a welcome dinner on the 31st of October. We are more than welcome to have folks arrive even a day earlier. This is pretty standard, especially when you're flying all the way halfway around the world. So if you want a pre-night, that can be arranged at our same hotel in Delhi. We take it easy that first night with a welcome dinner at our hotel just because people are going to be tired, adjusting to the time zones. And then we will wake up on November 1st and we will do our Old Delhi walking tour. We'll visit a Sikh temple. We will also do some street food tasting, visit a local spice market, and finally have a cooking class with a local family. So it's a busy day, but it's good because you can get over all of your jet lag since you're engaged throughout the day doing activities. And then on the 2nd of November, we will take the train from from Delhi to Agra. It's a short train. It's about 2.5 hours, and we could get there by car, but we really like to take the train because being on a train in India is an experience that everyone should have. We will be in the train cars that have reserved seats, and where you have a little bathroom car and all of those things. But I think India is pretty iconic for train travel. So we'll take a short train ride to Agra. We will tour the Agra Fort this afternoon, as well as visiting Shiro's Cafe, which is a cafe that works with local women who are the survivors of acid attacks or other domestic abuse to help give them skills in the workplace. And they often work at Shiro's for a little while, learning English, learning to sort of have hospitality skills, and then they can go on and get other full-time employment. And then finally, we'll watch the Taj Mahal have the sunset right behind it from this bridge over the river. The 3rd, we will spend the whole day at the Taj Mahal, or the whole morning at the Taj Mahal, experiencing the sunrise. And then in the afternoon, we will drive about 4.5 hours to Ranthambore National Park. The 4th and 5th of November, we will have our morning and afternoon Jeep safaris where we'll hopefully be spotting tigers, potentially leopards, lots of different types of deer, sloth bears, and various other wildlife. Think of it like a African safari, but you're in India. So you'll have sort of these jeeps that are open air where we'll have naturalist guides who take us around to help spot all the wildlife. And we'll do that for 2 days in a row. And then we will head on November 6th from Ranthambore to Jaipur, which is one of the cities in Rajasthan, which has historically been a very important state in India because it's where all of the Maharajas or the kings of India lived and were born. And so Jaipur is one of the sort of really important cities where there was once many kings who had palaces, and we'll visit some of those palaces and temples. And then we'll also take a rickshaw ride through the city, led by female entrepreneurs. So most rickshaws in India are driven by men, but there has been a big push to have more gender equality in the rickshaw sort of market. And these women started something called the Pink Rickshaw Company. So we'll go around with women showing us all over Jaipur. The 8th is Diwali, so we will do one tour in the morning and then we will meet with the local family and spend the afternoon and evening participating in their Diwali celebrations, learning about all of the traditions, and just really getting to know more about Indian culture. The 9th is our flight from Jaipur to Mumbai. We'll fly in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we will have high tea at the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, which is just a really nice way to end the trip with a little bit of luxury and a little bit more about the colonial history of India. And then we will do our Mumbai tour all day on the 10th. Again, lots of museum visits, visits to different neighborhoods throughout Mumbai, as well as some street food tasting. And then finally, the 11th are departures from Mumbai. Most flights will leave probably in the later afternoon, so you'd have a little bit of time in the morning to sleep in, pack, and then we would transfer you to the airport for your flights back to the US or Canada. So, a little bit more about each destination. Like I said, we'll be spending 2 nights in Delhi. This here is the Red Fort in Delhi, which is a really beautiful building that we'll visit on our guided tour. And then we'll have both the street food tasting as well as the cooking class to learn all about Indian cuisine. In Agra, the main highlight is the Taj Mahal, and we'll have the chance to see it both at sunset as well as, oh, that's a spelling error, sunrise. And on the sunrise day, you have the option to wear a sari, which is one of the traditional Indian outfits. We'll get you a rental sari, and if you want to do your photo shoot in a sari, you're more than welcome to. This is always a really special added fun touch to the morning. And then, like I said, we'll visit Shiro's Cafe, supporting some local female entrepreneurs. Then in Ranthambore, we will again hopefully spot lots of different tigers, sloth bears, deer, and many other animals. The other really great thing about Ranthambore is we're going to be staying at a former royal palace converted into a hotel. And so it has these incredible pools, gardens, a spa. And after what will have been a very busy few days in Delhi and Agra, and before a busy few days in Jaipur and Mumbai, we have this kind of 3-day break to just really enjoy the property as well as the nature and the wildlife. And then when we get to Jaipur, it's really all about Diwali. So we will explore the main highlights of the city as well as getting to see it all lit up. This is a photo from a few years ago in Jaipur at Diwali time. So everything is lit up and it's kind of like Christmas lights on steroids. And we'll also get to join that local family and do their Diwali celebrations. And then when we get to Mumbai, this is our final 2 nights. We will explore a lot more about the colonial history of India. Mumbai is a city that was primarily the colonial capital of India. And so it has a lot of really beautiful architecture from the Victorian era. And we'll also visit the Prince of Wales Museum that has many incredible artifacts from like the early human civilization in India all the way through to the colonial and British period. And then, of course, we'll have our farewell dinner with a nice view out over the coastal landscape. So we'll have been inland in India the entire time, and when we get to Mumbai, we'll be on the coast. Accommodations, these are where you can expect to stay. So we'll be staying at Hotel Suraya in New Delhi, which is a very nice modern 4-star hotel. In Agra, we again will stay at a modern 4-star hotel called the Royal Sarova. And then when we get to Ranthambore, we are staying at the Naraga Hotel, which is this converted palace. And it's really incredible. Every room is super unique and beautiful. We'll be staying at another converted palace in Jaipur. That again, this is just their bar restaurant area. They're all different colors and lots of beautiful design and Indian handicrafts. And then finally, we'll be back at a modern four-star hotel in Mumbai called the Hotel Ambassador that does have this rooftop restaurant where we'll eat our farewell dinner that has great views of the whole Mumbai skyline. And then in terms of pricing, the trip price is 8,595 USD. That includes all of your accommodations and single occupancy, so each woman getting her own room. It's all of your breakfast, lunch, dinners, all your private airport transfers, as well as that domestic flight. We are going to have a female guide with us the whole time that we're in India. So a woman, an Indian woman is going to be with us day one until day 12. And she'll be with the group in addition to your two trip hosts, who are the staff members from Women Travel Abroad. And all of the experiences we've talked about are included, as well as all of the tips for your drivers and guides throughout the tour. So, really, outside of maybe some spending money for souvenirs and things on the ground, you should need to carry very little cash and use very little money. The main costs outside of the tour are going to be your international airfare, travel insurance. There is an e-visa process for India, which US and Canadians have to apply for. It's a little less than $30, so pretty affordable. And then obviously, if you want alcohol or extra snacks or things like that, or any personal shopping, that would not be included. Finally, a few FAQs about this time of year. So we expect this time of year to be warm and sunny. It is a really dry season in India at this time of year. So Mumbai will be a bit warmer and humid, but you can expect anywhere from sort of the 80s on the high end to the 60s on the low end. Really nice for being outside and exploring. Uh, we should expect some walking pretty much every day. The guided walking tour days in Delhi, Jaipur, and Mumbai are going to be your most physically active, where we'll be closer to that 3 to 4 miles of walking. We will have a driver who will take us from place to place, but you'll be getting in and out of the car, walking around, getting back in the car, going to the next area. And the big thing to know about India is that the surfaces are incredibly uneven. The streets are not clean. Sometimes they're not paved. There's stairs. It's a country that is chaotic in both a good and sometimes frustrating way. And so just making sure that you feel physically ready for a trip that is going to require you moving around a lot and oftentimes, walking up and down stairs or, navigating cobblestone streets and things like that. And then, yes, the e-visa should be about 25 US dollars. Um, so happy to take any other questions. I'll stop sharing. I know
Well,
you're the only one live, so if you have any questions, I'm happy to take them.
I won't ask anything because I already know I won't be going.
Okay. Well, if you, yeah, think of anything or it changes, let us know. But otherwise, have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I hope you have a good weekend as well.
All right.
Have a good
Thank
day,
you.
Ellen.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.